I applied for the first position, probably I will get a job. So it's written that I'm no longer under consideration. Fuck, probably next one. The next one, rejected, 8 ones rejected, 15 ones ghosted, 20 ones ghosted, 26 ghosted, rejected, 30 ones. Finally, got an interview. After that, ghosted, 45 ghosted, 66 ghosted, 78 ghosted, 81 ghosted, rejected, rejected. Welcome to job application, Mr. Mili. To be honest, it sucks. Out of almost 200 applications, I got 2 offers. From one, I was ghosted. From another, I've been working there. Ooh, that's great. Before diving into job applications and interview processes, I want to talk about my backstory. Maybe you saw my videos about programming. If you don't, then I will link here a playlist of videos about programming, specifically web. And basically, I am self-taught web programmer, developer. I'm trying to be software engineer, but I never had industry experience with that. So, why did I end up learning programming? Look, I eventually just want to be an engineer, specifically in the industry of automation, like using robots, gadgets, and other type of machines to program some specific tasks. Yes, and automate them eventually. That's what it's like my kind of dream, I would say. But one of the important part of that overall is programming is software for the machine. Basically, I have to code it, but without knowing anything about code or specifically I would say it's really complicated code, complicated structure of code and program of software. It would be really hard for beginners. Yes, of course, there is some introduction in the course of my bachelor, but it wouldn't be enough for me. That's why I just decided to improve my skills, coding and programming, different type of programs, but still I think there are interconnection between them. Clean code is everywhere. So, yeah, that's why I decided to check out web, and that's why I'm trying to just focus on that right now. And after that, probably with a background of web, I can transition smoothly to the embedded, I don't know how to call it, embedded systems programming, I would say. I think it's more complicated. So yeah, that's my story. Let's talk about job applications, but I have to tell you something about students' job law in Germany. I don't know about other countries, but in Germany you're not allowed to work full-time as well as study full-time. You can only work part-time or do your internship. That's like a law. That's sad, to be honest, but yeah, it is what it is. Let's move on. In the first 2 weeks, I was kind of picking, choosing what's the best for me, as well as for the company or startup that I may be able to fit in the requirement list equal to wish list. But I was ghosted and rejected a lot. And after time, I just started applying for all positions that related to IT, to web, software engineer, like senior engineer, middle engineer, etc. Of course, I got a lot of rejection and ghosted, but I was running out of money, so I couldn't do anything about that. And I just applied also for other non-technical positions like sales manager, social media manager in TikTok, by the way. I got that interview also. It was phone call or something like that. And like office worker. And let's talk about right now job interviews. Okay, how many job interviews I got? I think about from 8-10 companies. One of them I got 4 interviews. And okay, let's just step by step. One of the first interviews, it was by SAP or SAP, I don't know how to pronounce that. It's a big company, it's an international company, and it was my first technical interview. Not technical, I would say, but about software engineer for front-end engineer role. But at the beginning of the interview, it was kind of easy. introduction, etc., telling about my project. But after a while, one of the interviews started talking about the project, where I will be involved with, etc. I was kind of lost my mind. I don't know what he's talking about. I don't mean about technical, but I was telling the process. Some words I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I was nervous and just couldn't keep the interview. But anyway, after time I was ghosted there. Yeah, it was like my first experience. I never before interviewed by anybody in technical, part, or just software engineer part. So, and I applied also for companies such as Amazon. I got ghosted, and Meta, I also ghosted. Probably Snapchat too, I ghosted too. So yeah, TikTok also for software engineer or something like that, I ghosted too. I was ghosted, yeah. And yeah, I heard that you have to kind of have a referral from other employees there and to kind of get interview. Yes, how it works in big companies. Yeah, but I also applied for other startup or middle-sized companies. For example, one of the companies I applied, it was ZenJob. It was related to tech at all. It was like IT service. I wasn't considered code anything, but I was helping other guys to manage a network, Wi-Fi, or what's wrong with the, I don't know, it was a hardware part. I got 2 interviews there, but I wasn't selected there. Like it was internship. So yeah. By the way, I told you that I just applied for full-time positions. That of course I wouldn't be selected there because they cannot allow just let me work there as a student. That's sad. And another job I was interviewed. It was a startup, like healthcare, etc., related to your heart. So I was interviewed there 4 times, and I got the offer. But after a week, I just had to send me a document to sign in my contract, etc. But I just text them, hey, what's up? What's going on? You text me, hey, I have internet problems, just wait a little bit. I will text you back after, I mean, in the middle of January, and I didn't get anything. I was a little bit, in the beginning, it was in the middle of December, I got the offer, but I was kind of nervous that I didn't get it. And after a week from the middle of December, I got another offer. It was from Siemens Energy. It is a big international company. And yeah, as a role of software, not specific software, it's called software engineer, sorry. It was called, I just mixed it with the other role. It was a software engineer internship. So I was excited about that because it's a big company. Well, I'm gonna be with a lot of people. And yeah, I'm right now working there. I'm so excited about that. I almost forgot to talk about technical part of interviews. Most of the time I did some lead code exercise. It wasn't so extremely hard, just basic ones related to JavaScript, etc., as something like that. And also some mini project, I would say. It wasn't during the interview. After that I have to deliver. For example, they send me a link that I need to do some 10 exercises related to a lot of topics like JavaScript, PHP, Node.js, etc. It was like 2 or 3 of them I did for different interviews and different companies. But I did probably 2 or 1 project specifically at all. I know one that I just did for startup that I was selected for. After that I was ghosted. It was a mobile app, sorry. And I was using the React Native, and they were impressed that I did a good job, but didn't work out. To sum up, I want to talk a little bit about my current software engineer role in Siemens Energy. It was like my 3rd interview, and I wasn't nervous at all. I got confident from other interviews, and the interview was, I would say, cool. I would say they were like chill to talk to them, and like first half was like telling about my projects, about myself, etc. After that, they talked about the project we're gonna do there, etc. And yeah, after months, I forgot about it. I thought maybe I was ghosted, etc. It was the usual thing for me. But before Christmas, I got the call. They said, "Hey, we just want to offer you a position. What do you think about that?" I was like, at that time, like I was getting another offer from the startup. I was like ghosted later, but I like, can you just wait a little bit? I'll just let you know later. And after that call, the next day, I just got the email from startup. Hey, we couldn't offer you we can right now, but we can do it later in the next month. I was like, my position right now at that time was unstable. Like I tried to call back the Siemens guys, but I couldn't. Next week they called me back, said, "Hey, we still want to offer you. That's why that's completely fine. We'll just let know that in the HR department." And I was thinking that I'm going to start in the beginning of January, but it's a holiday part and it's a big corporation. It's not just, it doesn't work as quick as you want. I have to wait, and at the beginning of February I started what I do there. So probably interesting part. What I do is software engineer intern, but when I just intern there, I just have to build and code web apps, automate the whole process what's needed. For example, I'm using like Mendix. I can use some low-code platform or other platforms like Microsoft Power Apps and automate. And definitely I can program from scratch coding, from using my language like React Native, etc. But it will be easier to use these platforms because they just have access to Microsoft Offices, and in the companies they use all the Microsoft Office products like the Office 365. What my work is that is I have to automate the process. For example, you need app for specific tasks, use of them, but it's want to make it easier to automate the process or something like that, and I just need to do that. Yeah, I haven't met all of the members of the where I work with, but I just met only 2 guys who interviewed me, and they were nice to me, and yeah, I was excited. I'm excited to work there because it's my first experience, and I hope my journey is beginning right now. Probably I have some problem with my voice, sorry for that. I was talking for a while and my journey as a developer is beginning, and I'm so excited about that. I just want to grow. Becoming more better developer for me is important, and try something new and getting new people. It's really important, especially in the field of IT or software engineering community. I hope you liked the video, and if you like, please subscribe to my channel, and have a good day. Bye!